I've tested every meaningful popular smartwatch in 2024, and in this video, gotta nail down the 5 that I like the most. Which is the best health companion that you can wear around your wrist? Let's find out. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, great to meet you. I'm the TechMishka, and I promise you these are the toughest videos to make each and every year because so many good contenders and so many variables, really hard to extract the best out of it, but of course everything as usual based on my own personal experience in the last 12 months of reviewing smartwatches. So no, that's not going to be your average AI-generated chart based on specs and God knows what. We talk about real-life experience. And this time I've decided to bring in 5 different categories about the best budget smartwatch, about the best premium smartwatch. We'll choose the best rugged, the best WearOS, and the best all-rounder. And if you already have clues and expectations, maybe you can put down your own personal chart in the comment section below the video and figure out whether it matches my idea about the best 5. Let's go! I guess we can start the chart with the ascending price by picking the best value smartwatch of 2024. Reality is that the new release of the CMF Watch Pro series has given me some tough time because it was really good, but I believe that the Redmi Watch 4 deserves the win here. Xiaomi teaches a masterclass about how to make seriously good watches on a budget. Because, putting the features aside, just by looking at the design, this in no means looks like a cheap watch. The opposite! You're gonna get the same kind of feeling even with some of the Apple Watch series. Redmi Watch 4 is equipped with everything necessary to give you detailed and comprehensive representation about your health status by capturing heart rate, SpO2, stress, steps, calories, and so on, and thanks to its GPS integration, lets you track workouts with routes without the need to use your smartphone. I think the most exciting out of all is this display, which has rectangular form, remains well visible in daytime, and even has automatic brightness feature to not disturb you during night that much. Together with the generously long-lasting battery, this is a very good success formula which converts into a winning ace. If you want to find out more details about the positives and the negatives, I have a dedicated video review about it already, so make sure to tune in and find out whether it resonates with the type of smartwatch that you are looking for. Let's make a U-turn from the budget-friendliest. Let's go to the best premium smartwatch of the year. It runs WearOS as an operating system, but it's not the winner in the WearOS round. I'm gonna show it in a moment. And I think everything would start making sense as soon as I announce it's the Google Pixel Watch 3. Undeniably, Google know how to bring their devices in style. From the package, which this year is completely revamped in the good way, to the craftsmanship about designing this futuristic and very satisfying to watch display, at the same time not practical at all because it is so exposed and prone to scratches that every single time I wear it, I focus more on how to protect it as opposed to the positive aspects. About the hardware, Google rely on the latest from the Snapdragon wearable series, which is of course extra powerful and responsive. They bump up the battery capacity and finally bend about the sizes. There is now the bigger 45mm edition, which makes perfect sense, kinda make us question Google's recklessness to not do this earlier. Needless to say that this is gonna be among the smartwatches with frequent software updates, it's gonna receive a number of years of support, and is for sure going to be among the best treated smartwatches for Android users. Because no, WearOS-based devices do not work with iPhones. And since the choice here was tough, let me mention that Samsung also did a great job about their Galaxy 7 line, but not as stylish as the Pixel 3. I've spent some time to look up for a phobia which describes the fear of getting a screen scratched. Well, I couldn't find such thing, but it definitely exists because I have it, and pretty much every kind of display or screen that I have, I try to cover with something in order to prevent it from scratching. But do you know what wouldn't easily scratch? Well, that would be the winner in 2024's chat about the best rugged smartwatch. And no, it's not the Garmin Fenix 8, which just got released and I'm still working on the review. It's something else, costs considerably less, but is as good. T-Rex 3 by Amazfit, working with iPhones and Android devices, something I initially thought is an incremental upgrade, but then turned out to be outstanding comeback. Amazfit did everything right with this new edition. They took some of the premium feeling from the Falcon series and brought it to the bezel, now stainless steel made, bump up the screen size and brightness both, and enhanced a lot the user experience. The GPS is perfectly accurate, the HR sensor as well. T-Rex can follow your stress levels, the temperature, the SpO2 and many other parameters. True, it still trails about the sleep tracking precision, but I'm sure it's gonna get better through firmware updates over time because it has been released just a month before I finished this very video. I think this model is sort of ready to make the Garmin Fenix series redundant, although over there the pace is good thanks to the well-settled brand, which is recognized by many top athletes. The battery life of the T-Rex 3 is for sure insanely good, and so is the overall software experience, defined by the feature-rich operating system, combined with the well-known for its user-friendly interface smartphone app which we call Zep. I think you better get to know everything about T-Rex 3 in my dedicated, thorough review containing a lot of practical examples and tests. Link to be found in the video description area. I warned you, it's not the Google Pixel Watch series which win the WearOS category this year. It's actually a smartwatch which lets you use it up to 4 days per charge. I've given you enough clues, and definitely not the Galaxy Watch 7, which can last about a day or tops 2. It's a smartwatch where everything seems to be done the right way. The marvelous OnePlus Watch 2. It also has been the biggest surprise of the year thus far. It just blows the competition out of the water. The battery really lasts between 3 and 5 days. The watch lets you have it as a basic fitness tracker if you forget the charging plate, profits from Oppo's famous WearOS ultra-fast charging, comes with a brilliant super bright display, offers up-to-date WearOS version and surprisingly decent health tracking ecosystem. What is not to like about it? Almost nothing, you know. In the previous years, traditionally this spot has been reserved for the TicWatch Pro line, which unfortunately famously fails to keep up with the high standards demanded by the community. OnePlus seemed to have carefully analyzed what WearOS users actually need, and software is tuned to perfection. There are plenty of good, usable free watch faces, there's a working Google Assistant, and chances are that it's going to receive proper software maintenance over the next years. It's the first time I've used a WearOS smartwatch for more than a month as a daily driver, and will happily carry on doing so whenever I have the chance to. And because, of course, nobody's perfect, in my detailed review about it, I'm gonna help you to identify some areas for improvement, so consider this as an invitation to watch it right after you see who wins in the next category. Last round standing here, and kind of brings me back to the memories of 2023 when I took a decision not to review any more Huawei wearables, and this is why I've skipped the GT4 and the GT5 series, which were probably quite good smartwatches. Thing is that now 2024 kicked in, Huawei have launched some wearables, and there have been so many requests, and after all, I run this channel mostly to help you to make the right buying decisions or to get to know tech in a better way. So I've decided to kind of satisfy these requests and made exceptions for the two cheapest, budget-friendliest Huawei wearables of the year. Turns out that I liked one of them so much that it ended being my personal favorite and primary smartwatch for more than 6 months. The Huawei Fit 3 wins the all-rounder category, and here are my reasons. First of all, the price is too good to be true. Secondly, the heart rate monitoring excels in every possible way, and the phenomenal amount of tracked workouts, running and other sports courses are definitely making this a perfect hybrid between smart functions and sports features in a body that looks great. As great as an Apple Watch, or too similar to an Apple Watch, depends on which side of the barrier you are. If you prefer to see the world through your rose-tinted glasses, we can say that a smartwatch in 2024 can be either round or square-shaped. but the placement of the rotating crown, the size of the display, the bezels, some of the default watch faces, I think I've seen enough to think it may not be just a coincidence. Which doesn't take away the glamour of the smartwatch. The battery easily lasts up to a week, the fitness-related features and productivity applications are countless, and having all of this packed into a slim and nice-looking body is pretty neat. One thing I failed to catch on time for my initial review is the fact that the glass apparently scratches over time. Not too dramatic, but something worth considering before buying one of these, or even after. Well, that's it about the 2024 smartwatch charts, and I'm really curious to see about your opinion. Share it in the comments below whether your top 5 picks are kind of matching what I've shown in the last few minutes. If you wonder where's the Garmin Fenix 8, well, the review is still in progress and it has been released quite late in 2024, that's why it didn't make it to the chart. As for the Apple Watch series, we know they are the best that you can combine your iPhone with. And I really hope that everything you've seen so far has been useful. You can of course watch those detailed, thorough reviews I've already published on the channel about each and every model that has been shown thus far. So if you're here in order to make a buying decision, get to watch more reviews, get around in forums, social media, because most of these models have been on the market for long enough so that you can get enough of good, valuable, truthful feedback by actual users. If you're here just in order to reassure yourself that you made the right buying decision, well, most probably whatever kind of smartwatch you already own is a good enough device. Just get to know it in a better way in order to extract the most in terms of capabilities, because most likely you don't really need a new one. And still, if you want to buy any of the contenders, check the video description for more information. That's it from my end. If you enjoyed the video and want to see the very same chart 1 year after, make sure to be subscribed to the channel, give it a like if you enjoyed this far, and I, Michael the TechMishka, wish you a fantastic day. Bye!